Hey, what's up, everybody? I know I say that a lot, don't I? But, you know, this is just a bit of wrestling news as well as a response to Sean of Sean Views Entertainment in his recent video he did as a rant. Let's get that out of the way first. First of all, you know, Sean has a right to report what he sees on the internet, just like I do, just like the British Fist do, just like anybody does. What he sees, whether it's rumors, whether it's fact, he has a right to do that. As far as the whole John Cena thing goes, if he said he did see it on the Bleacher Report and the Bleacher Report took it off, but it's still up at the Wrestling Cafe, either one or two things happened, in my opinion. Somebody at the Bleacher Report was misinformed, or someone at the Bleacher Report just doesn't like John Cena that much that they're willing to write a false story or submit a false story to the Bleacher Report. And it's not the first time somebody would make up a story like this about John Cena, even if that story is years old, or try to make it recent. I remember a couple weeks ago, about a month or so ago actually, on Facebook, someone said John Cena suspended for 60 plus days for abuse, and it turned out to be false. You know, again, all Sean was doing is exactly what people, wrestling fans and marks like myself, Off the Ropes Show, the British Fist, NoDQ.com, Dads on Wrestling, you name them, Wrestling News World, PW Torch, all they're doing is reporting rumors and facts sometimes. And this obviously is not a true rumor. Because I Googled all over. I said Cena walking out, WWE, Cena nothing. I looked on PWI Torch, nothing. Wrestling News World, nothing. RingsideNews.com, nothing. Apparently somebody started this because, as we have seen, there are Cena haters. And not just particular like, oh, I hate John Cena, I wish he was off my TV kind of haters. No, the Cena haters that hate seeing him do the same thing over and over again and want a change. And all they're doing by spreading these false lies and rumors is they're trying to, I guess in their minds, get it through the brains of the people at WWE by saying, hey, in the wrestling world, by saying, hey, you want us to stop with these rumors, then have John Cena change his character. Give him a new gimmick. Make him go heel. Make him go back to thugonomics. And there's a reason for that too. The reason for that, in my honest opinion, I think most will agree, is because they feel that if John Cena, the poster boy, the franchise player, the face of the WWE, if you will, right now, if he was to go heel, go bad, turn his back against the fans, if you will, that in their minds would initiate WWE to go from the TV PG rating back to TV 14 and then possibly back to some kind of Attitude Era-like environment or atmosphere. That is why these start. And again, you can't blame Sean of Sean's View Entertainment for reporting something that's obviously a false rumor. And again, it's just like what happened on Facebook about a month or so ago. Someone reported Cena was suspended. It was something from years ago, and years ago it was still false. But it's all because they want to change. You know, my honest opinion, if they want to change, contact WWE yourselves. Let them know, look, we don't like what you're doing. Change him up. You know, that's all it takes. It's just letting them know instead of spreading false rumors. So don't blame Sean of Sean's View Entertainment for reporting stuff, okay? Don't blame him for that. Don't get on his ass, if you will, on his back for that. He's just doing what he likes to do because he's a fan and he's a mark. Now, as far as some wrestling news goes on out there, as far as WWE and TNA goes, you know, last night on Impact, TNA wrapped up the whole Claire Lynch story. Now, in case some of you don't know what happened, and well, basically for some of you that don't know why they didn't wrap it up in a way that would say either AJ's not the father or AJ is the father or whatever. Or let's say Kazarian's the father or Daniels is the father. For those that are curious as to why they wrapped it up the way they did, at least the Claire Lynch part of this feud, this storyline, is because the actress who portrayed her, I think her name's Julie Riley or something like that, was discovered by other people. Basically, a lot of people found out who she was, and apparently, and I don't recommend this, I don't condone this, actually started bombarding all her social sites, her YouTube channel, her personal webpage, her LinkedIn, or whatever it's called. I think even her Facebook and her Twitter, with hateful messages or very unexcusable messages, derogatory messages, basically saying they hated her for what she did, basically saying she's not a good actress, she's this, she's that. And because of these derogatory messages and stuff, she took down everything. She shut down everything related to her. Because one, she didn't want any, possible potential future employers, I guess connecting her to that or having been, be drawn away from those messages. She basically wants to clear the air from what I understand. Basically, she doesn't want any potential future employers, from what I understand, seeing any of those hateful messages, and so that's why she did what she did. That's why she did what she did. Sorry for that pause there. And that's why she left TNA. That's why she quit, or basically agreed to leave the company. I guess came to an agreement or just left the company, didn't want to be part of it anymore. And that's why they wrapped up this portion of this feud, this storyline, with AJ, Daniels, and Kazarian the way they did last night. Because of that. Now, because of that reason. Now, speaking of TNA, there's a rumor going around. Yes, there is. There's a rumor going around. Now, first of all, before I get to this rumor, another thing that came out of last night's Impact, and I said this in my two-part Impact review, is that now there's a possibility that Bully Ray, despite his contract, the rumored and reported contract negotiations that he and Devon are having with TNA to try to stay in TNA or possibly end up causing him to leave. Last night kind of fueled the speculation that maybe, because he was the last one in there, he had the chair, he had the chain swinging around, and yeah, he was at the beginning, but he had the chain swinging around, he was the last one in there. It could fuel speculation that he could be the leader. Because from what some fans have said, it seems his getup, his gimmick, would match that of Aces and Eights. But then again, we don't know that just yet. Potentially right now, the number one candidate for being behind Aces and Eights is the founder, even though a lot of people, Mr. Parkin of the British Fist, Schleg Daddy Off the Rope Show, and many others, don't want that to be the case. But right now, that seems to be speculation. Right now, those right now are your two leading candidates to be the person, along with Bischoff, so your three leading candidates, to be the one behind Aces and Eights. The other thing out of TNA, the rumor, the speculation on this, and I know not a lot of people are going to like to hear this, but about a couple of months ago or so, when Aces and Eights started to come around, the speculation was it was going to wrap up at Bound for Glory with sort of a 4-on-2 or 5-on-2 handicap match with the Aces and Eights and whoever the leader was versus Hogan and Sting at Bound for Glory. Now that's just one. Now that's just one speculation, one kind of option that they could be going in right now. They're still probably discussing. But the other option but there's another option or another match that's being speculated and weighed on for Bound for Glory, and it involves the other Hogan. That's right. According to rumors and speculation last week from lordsofpain.net and various other sites, TNA Creative and Booking is considering, not saying they're going to do it, but are considering having a match at Bound for Glory between Brooke Hogan and Madison Rayne. Now, they didn't say anything about a Knockouts Championship, so we can only assume this would be for control of the Knockouts division. In other words, to see who would be the vice president of the Knockouts division. Now, I know a lot of people hearing this, probably for the first time, are like, no, please don't do that. Don't go in that direction with Brooke. Well, TNA has done things we never wanted them to do, we never thought they would do, and they have. So don't be surprised if they do go in this direction with Brooke. But that's just speculation right now, as far as TNA goes, going towards the months forward, or going forward the next few months. Now, as far as WWE goes, we do know that Night of Champions is going to be headlined by Cena, Punk. We know that Del Rio and Sheamus, and maybe even Orton, is a lock for the world title. We understand it's going to be a 4-way tag team match, possibly, for the tag team titles, involving the Usos, the PTPs, the Colognes, and R-Truth and Kofi Kingston. But that's about all we know right now. We also probably know Antonio will probably have to defend against Santino, Layla will face Caitlyn, but again, that's all we know. But speaking of WWE, we know that Brock apparently has left, right? But it seems he may have another rematch with Triple H down the line. But according to numerous sources recently, the whole Triple H doing what he did at the end, losing to Brock and doing his thing at the end of SummerSlam, was to build possibly towards Brock Taker at WrestleMania. That's right. Brock Undertaker one-on-one at WrestleMania. That is the speculation coming out of WWE. Now that's what they're talking about now. That's what they want to aim for. The creative and the booking teams want to aim for. They want to try for that match. Now, speaking of WWE, there's a rumor going around. In fact, you go to Facebook and you go to the CM Punk Nation page, and it seems there's a picture, somebody kind of photoshopped a picture together of what a potential NWO, because Kevin Nash has rumored that, of happening, reincarnation could be happening as, and the members consist of Punk, Nash, Daniel Bryan, Brock Lesnar, and Paul Heyman. Well, Heyman and Lesnar may not be candidates, but still the other three could be potentials. Well, the other two along with Nash are potential. So, but that's just rumor and kind of speculation thanks to Nash and whoever photoshopped that picture, but it seems that might be the direction if they want to do an NWO reincarnation for this generation, for this time period, that may be where they go. And there's also speculation that CM Punk wants to work with Paul Heyman on screen. So, but again, that's just rumor and speculations going around in WWE. But that's all I have to say as far as wrestling news goes, as well as a reply and response to what Deshaun's recent video, his rant. Comment and video response down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll talk to you all later.